They thought they could break me with their blows. They thought their cruelty, their doubt, their rejection would shatter me. But they didn't realize one thing. Every time they hit me, they only forged me stronger. The harder they hit, the more my fire grew. Their words weren't daggers. They were sparks that ignited an inferno within me. Their doubt wasn't my weakness. It was the fuel that drove me to prove them wrong. Pain became my teacher. It whispered lessons in the silence of my solitude, shaping me into someone they could never control. They saw me stumble and called me weak. They saw me fall and called me a failure. But what they didn't see was the strength I built in those quiet moments, alone with my scars. Every bruise, every wound, every tear, it all became part of me, a testament to my resilience. Pain wasn't my enemy. It was my forge. It burned, yes, but it shaped me into something indestructible. Their blows didn't break me. They tempered me. Each strike wasn't an end. It was a beginning. At first, I thought their hits were meant to destroy me. I questioned my worth, doubted my strength, and felt the weight of their judgment. But slowly I realized something powerful. Their hits weren't the end of my story. They were the chisels carving a masterpiece out of the chaos they created. They laughed at my failures, mocked my struggles, and celebrated my falls. But each time, I rose, fiercer than before, with a fire in my eyes they couldn't extinguish. They thought they were crushing me under their weight, but they didn't realize I was learning to carry the impossible. Their betrayal taught me loyalty to myself. Their rejection taught me how to stand alone. Their criticism taught me to trust my own voice. They didn't realize that with every hit, they weren't destroying me. They were sharpening me. The harder they hit, the more I evolved. I became something they couldn't predict, something they couldn't contain. Their attacks were like waves crashing against a rock. At first, they seemed overwhelming, unrelenting, endless. But in time I stood firm, unyielding, unmoving. The blows didn't destroy me, they transformed me. Each bruise became a badge, each scar a story. The more they tried to break me, the more I became unbreakable. I stopped fearing their hits because I realized they had no power over me. Their doubt became my motivation. Their hatred became my armor. Their rejection became my freedom. I learned to stand in the fire and let it purify me, burning away the fear, the weakness, and the doubt. They thought they were giants and I was nothing. But what they didn't see was the giant I was becoming. With each strike I grew stronger, not because of them, but in spite of them. I stopped waiting for their approval, their acceptance, their validation. I stopped living for their applause and started living for my purpose. Their opinions no longer defined me. I wrote my own story, built my own destiny. And with every step forward, I left their hits behind me. They thought their hits would silence me, but they only made my voice louder. They thought their cruelty would weaken me, but it only made me stronger. They thought their rejection would break me, but it only set me free. I am no longer afraid of their blows. I welcome them because I know they can't stop me. The harder they hit, the stronger I grow. Their strikes don't define me. My response does. Pain has become my ally. It no longer scares me, it strengthens me. I've learned that every hit, every failure, every rejection is just a stepping stone to greatness. And now I rise, unyielding, unstoppable, unbreakable. They thought I would crumble under the weight of their judgment, but I became a mountain, unshaken by their storms. They thought I would drown in the sea of their doubt, but I became a force of nature, rising above their waves. I stopped fearing their hits because I realized I could take them. And with every hit I became more than I was before. They taught me to endure, to persist, to thrive in the face of adversity. They taught me the value of resilience, the power of persistence, the strength of a determined spirit. Their blows didn't destroy me, they built me. Every scar, every bruise, every wound, they all tell a story of survival, of triumph, of growth. They thought they were breaking me, but they were creating something extraordinary. And now, I stand here, stronger than ever, ready for whatever comes next. Their hits may have been strong, but my will is stronger. Their words may have been sharp, but my resolve is sharper. Their doubt may have been loud, but my voice is louder. I've learned that no matter how hard they hit, I will always rise. They thought I would be a victim of their blows, but I became a warrior, forged in the fire of their hatred. They thought I would fade into obscurity, but I became a legend, rising from the ashes of their doubt. I am not defined by their hits. I am defined by my response, my resilience, my determination, and with every blow they land, I only grow stronger. Their hits may have been hard, but they were never enough to stop me, because the harder they hit, the stronger I grew. Now I stand tall, unshaken, unbroken, unyielding. I am not the person I was before their hits. I am more powerful, more determined, more unstoppable. They thought they were breaking me, but they were making me. They thought they were ending my story, but they were only writing its beginning. They thought they were my enemies, but they became my greatest teachers. And now, as I look back on their hits, I don't feel anger or bitterness. I feel gratitude because those hits shaped me into the person I am today. I am stronger, wiser, more resilient than they could ever imagine. They thought their hits would be my end, but they were the catalyst for my transformation. So let them hit, let them doubt, let them try to break me, because the harder they hit, the stronger I will always grow.